Welcome.
Today, we'd like to introduce a forward-thinking building strategy developed by Sketch Business Management, the Energy Saving Double Plan. This plan is designed specifically for executives, CFOs, and facility managers who oversee factories, warehouses, and retail stores. The core concept is simple but powerful. Transform your building from a passive structure that merely protects into an active asset that generates value. We achieve this through two targeted interventions: a roof heat shield and insulation coating as the primary measure, combined with window glass heat shield coating as the secondary measure. Together, they form a complete building strategy, saving energy while protecting long-term asset value.
We are living in an era of compounding uncertainty. No one can confidently predict the business environment 20 years from now. Large enterprises today face four complex management challenges simultaneously. First, economic security. Decarbonization alone is no longer enough. Organizations now need investments that achieve both CO2 reduction and energy supply stability at the same time. Tensions in Ukraine and the Middle East, a weak yen, and logistics disruptions are creating energy supply uncertainty. Buildings with in-house energy savings are resilient. Third, soaring electricity rates. Fuel adjustment charges and renewable energy levies continue to climb. In this environment, every kilowatt you reduce is effectively revenue. Fourth, extending building longevity. Construction costs rise every year. Waiting is no longer a cost-saving strategy. Postponement equals direct cost increases. The bottom line, delaying investment in building protection doesn't just raise repair costs. It damages the foundation of your core business. The data is clear, and the trajectory is unavoidable. Even under moderate assumptions, construction and labor costs are forecast to diverge sharply from general consumer prices through 2050 in Japan. Labor costs are projected to rise at plus 6% per year, driven by overtime regulations and an aging workforce. Construction costs follow at plus 4% annually, fueled by replacement demand for aging national infrastructure. Meanwhile, general CPI rises at only 1.8%. This gap compounds dramatically over time, and for companies managing multiple facilities, the budget discrepancy becomes enormous. And critically, this forecast assumes no military conflicts, natural disasters, or pandemics. Real-world conditions are likely to be worse. The message is clear: the cost of acting today is far lower than the cost of acting tomorrow. Fourth, extending building longevity. Construction costs rise every year. Waiting is no longer a cost-saving strategy. Postponement equals direct cost increases. The bottom line, delaying investment in building protection doesn't just raise repair costs, it damages the foundation of your core business. Here is a concrete example that puts the numbers in sharp focus. Repair projects like exterior painting carry a labor cost ratio of approximately 60%, making them directly and heavily exposed to inflation. A project that costs $10 million today is projected to cost $27.56 million in 20 years in Japan. That is a 2.76x increase for the exact same scope of work. This creates a clear executive decision. Option A, invest $10 million today with energy-saving triple guard coat, extend building life by 20 years, and eliminate the need for that future redo. Option B, do nothing now and pay $27.56 million in 20 years for the same project. The financial logic is undeniable. Act now. Fourth, extending building longevity. Construction costs rise every year. Waiting is no longer a cost-saving strategy. Postponement equals direct cost increases. The bottom line, delaying investment in building protection doesn't just raise repair costs, it damages the foundation of your core business. Most facilities today operate on a reactive model. Fix it when it breaks. The consequences are predictable, costs are unpredictable, soaring, and compounding. Outages and waste go undefended. The alternative is a strategic preventive model, a planned 20-year maintenance cycle that enables stable growth. The difference is not just philosophical, it's financial. Reactive repair costs behave like a snowball rolling downhill, each cycle larger and more damaging than the last, compounded by inflation. A strategic 20-year cycle flattens that curve, producing substantial LCC reduction, stable cash flow planning, and near-zero physical risk. The shift from reactive to strategic is fundamentally a management decision, and the time to make it is now, before costs escalate further. Doesn't just raise repair costs, it damages the foundation of your core business. The energy-saving double plan delivers three simultaneous improvements that directly impact your management indicators. Physical risk neutralization, a building that never stops. By eliminating unplanned breakdowns, you absolutely protect against product loss and delivery failures, outcomes your shareholders, customers, and partners depend on. Work environment improvement. Heat shielding and insulation dramatically reduce apparent temperature inside factories and warehouses. This prevents attrition under extreme heat conditions, directly improving hiring costs and retention rates. A measurable human capital management KPI. Number of repairs, cut in half. By extending the maintenance cycle to over 20 years, the frequency of future costly repairs is more than halved. This minimizes cash flow outflow and creates a predictable, manageable building asset strategy. The energy-saving double plan delivers differentiated value depending on your industry and facility type. For warehouses and logistics, folded plate roofs act as massive thermal masses. Heat shielding transforms them into workplaces where people don't quit, reducing perceived summer temperatures and making you an employer of choice in an era of labor shortage. For chain stores and retail, dramatically reduce overwhelming air conditioning loads across multiple locations simultaneously, improving energy cost per unit and customer comfort. For hospitals and medical facilities, power outages and AC failures are directly linked to loss of human life and product. BCP measures here are non-negotiable, and our solution addresses them head-on. For data centers, thermal runaway risk, directly tied to server shutdown, is blocked at the source, the roof and windows, while achieving significant reduction in enormous cooling energy costs. The energy-saving double plan addresses your building's two primary heat entry points simultaneously. The roof receives energy-saving triple guard coat, our flagship multi-layer system that dramatically reduces air conditioning load by shutting out heat at the source while achieving 20-year weather resistance. IR UV cut coat, heat shielding coating for window glass, thoroughly cutting solar heat intrusion through the glass surface, ensuring indoor comfort year-round. Together, these two measures eliminate the major thermal weaknesses of any large facility. The result? A complete shift from reactive response to strategic prevention, a stronger, waste-free investment structure built on the solid foundation of high-performance protective coating. Let's look at what makes each component world-class. The energy-saving triple guard coat is a 5-layer system, from base to surface, an anti-rust layer with a 10-year guarantee, a waterproof reinforced polyurea layer, a hollow bead insulation layer at 60% content, a 20-year weather-resistant heat shield polyurea layer using aliphatic polyurea, and a proprietary anti-fouling surface coat. 4 key performance achievements: confirmed asset protection, ultra-weatherability over a 20-year cycle, top-tier insulation, and permanent heat shield maintenance. Written, IR UV cut coat addresses a critical data point. In summer, 73% of heat enters through windows. In winter, 58% of heat escapes through windows. Our coating cuts near-infrared rays by over 90% and UV rays by over 99%. With over 1.3 million square meters applied across 40-plus countries and Japan domestic market share exceeding 80%, this is the proven industry standard. The main component of our double plan, the energy-saving triple guard coat, achieves what no standard roofing product can: unmatched heat shield performance sustained for over 20 years. 4 key functions define its superiority: 20-year weather resistance and heat shielding. Aliphatic polyurea creates the 20-year cycle, effectively halving the conventional 10-year repaint frequency. Durable heat shielding with anti-fouling. A proprietary super hydrophilic self-cleaning coat maintains high solar reflectance and delivers a 10% plus heat shield advantage over standard alternatives. Confirmed asset protection, backed by both a 10-year rust-proof warranty and a 10-year waterproof warranty through its multi-layer structure. Industry highest insulation, the 60% hollow bead content layer shuts out harsh external thermal fluctuations, stabilizing indoor temperature regardless of season. This is the industry's no-barn Leiden, than the strategic foundation of your building investment. The financial case is compelling. Combined roof and window coatings deliver an energy-saving rate of 30% through HVAC's load reduction. The investment recovers in approximately 10 years through monthly electricity bill reductions that directly offset the initial outlay, and that recovery period can be shortened further through decarbonization subsidies and government incentive programs, adding a bonus acceleration to your payback timeline. Beyond year 10, the building continues to generate savings for another 10-plus years, with no additional major investment required. This is not an expense. This is a cash flow positive building strategy, one that turns your physical assets into a source of sustained financial return. Longevity is the best management strategy. The era of rebuild when aging is over. Rising construction costs, labor shortages, geopolitical uncertainty, and soaring electricity rates have fundamentally changed the economics of building ownership. The decision to protect your assets today with a proven 20-year solution is no longer a maintenance decision. It is a financial strategy, a BCP strategy, a human capital strategy. Sketch Business Management invites you to take that step now. Make the decision to protect your assets before the cost of waiting becomes the cost of your business.